Aloha kākou, this is makanui, nui aloha la, in waiaha ahupua'a. He ni nau, what does it mean when kala, the sun is at Piko o Wākea? Wahonua orbits la. In 1 year, kala appears to pass in front of the band of hui kumalua called the kokiaka. The lama of la blocks each hui from our view for about 1 month at a time. E hele kākou a me kilo kala. Let's go and observe the sun. There are 4 significant events that occur annually that may be useful as a guide to better understand why certain constellations appear to be blocked by the sun during various times per year. When the astronomical seasons shift, the mechanics of the sun appear to rise, travel, and set in harmony with these specific constellations. Pisces at the Vernal Equinox, Gemini, the summer solstice, Virgo at the Autumnal Equinox, and Sagittarius at the winter solstice. Many of us Kanaka refer to the Olelo no Eau, translated by Mary Kavena Pukui, as a guide for our life, and numbers 2062, Mai Kalahiki a Kalakau, from the sun's arrival to the sun's rests. At the time of Piko Kahunua or Piko Wākea today, March 20th, the spring equinox occurs. And this is when the sun is in Pisces. If it were dark, we would not be able to see Pisces because the sun's lama or illumination would be blocking the constellation of Pisces. This happens every year on or about March 1920 or 21st. Even 22nd, and this particular astronomical event identifies the shift from winter to spring. At the time of Kiala Nui Polohiwa Akane, also known as the summer solstice, the sun reaches its northern boundary at 23.5 degrees north. It happens annually on June 19, 20, 21, or 22. And via stellarium, looking up at Kalani near the zenith, which is directly above the observer during Wākea, noonish, on June 20th, you'll notice that the sun is in and or blocking the constellation of Gemini. This event happens once a year in the summertime and marks the transition or astronomical shift from the spring to the summer. At the time of Piko Kahunui, this is the second equinox that happens annually, also known as the Piko Wākea or the Autumnal Equinox. Happens in September 19, 20, 21, or 22. Signifies the sun in the constellation of Virgo. Viewing Kalani from the Stellarium app at the zenith during Wākea, you'll notice that the sun is blocking, or the lama of the sun. The illumination is so bright that it's blocking the constellation of Virgo from our view here on Honua. At the time of Kiala Nui Polohiwa a Kanaloa, also known as the Tropic of Capricorn or winter solstice, it identifies the sun's most southern boundary at 23.5 degrees south. This happens annually on December 19, 20, 21, or the 22nd. And you'll notice that via the Stellarium app at Wākea, the sun is directly covering or blocking the constellation of Sagittarius from the observer's view. This astronomical shift and event marks the transition from autumn going in towards winter. And this happens every year around the last week of December. Here you will notice the different stars identifying the astronomical events happening. Farther to the right is the spring equinox or Kalamite, Piko Wākea, which happens today. And the sun is in the sign of Pisces. Further to the left, summer solstice, the sun in Gemini. In fall, the sun in Virgo. In winter, the sun in Sagittarius, and repeating the process. Now, the zodiac belt. Advice to help memorize the order of the constellations in the celestial belt. Making sense of the patterns in the sky can be daunting with all of the data, distractions, and information out there. Most of the methods I have used to apply my findings are primarily tied to those simple Hawaiian practices, mo'olelo and kilo. Creating the space to constantly kilo, examine, look around, observe forecasts, and simply be present has benefited me by allowing many unique opportunities to deepen my pilina with the heavenly bodies of Nahuku, Kamahina, and Kala via the creation of mo'olelo, a Hawaiian story, myth, or legend. Similar to how our ancestors in Kupuna did for thousands of years, I, like them, attached the patterns, constellations, and their names into a story regarding special people, places, events, and things that occur in my life's mo'olelo. Eventually, with patience and commitment to practice, you will begin to solidify your own understanding of the heavens. Try to sync your efforts with the 4 astronomical season shifts and allow them to guide you. Until next time, this is Makanui from Wai'aha Ahupua'a. Me ke aloha ma lamapono a hui ho.